Hello, and welcome to the stream. You caught me in the middle of making all the cheese. Because I'm back in Final Fantasy, back in Coerthus, in the kitchen space, making more cheese. We're continuing with the ARR story, the A Realm Reborn storyline for Final Fantasy XIV. And we... Oh, I was going to say my mic is not that close to my face. Hopefully that's better. But yeah, we're back in the ARR story with myself, Tegan Mooson, in the game of Final Fantasy XIV. Our little road sparrow going a little bit crazy there. Stop pecking me. I'm making cheese. Last time, when we did our big stream weekend where we pushed through a bunch of the Final Fantasy story, we went from Hoke Manor, the level 20 dungeon, 21 dungeon, something like that. Maybe it's the level 19 dungeon. It's around that space. Up to the level 38 section. We're on our way to the Stone Vigil, which is the 36, 37 dungeon, around that area. We did take a big hiatus for 3 hours to make cottage cheese. We went on a little cheese side quest, which I've now highlighted, and you can watch Cheese Quest if you want. It was a whole section where we were running up to Titan, because our aim for that weekend was to get past Titan. Well, we did that, even though the streams didn't go as long as I wanted on some of the days, because I wasn't feeling too well. I am now feeling better. So that's all good news, and able to eat proper food again. So I am making more cheese. I'm currently up to 859 cheese so far. So we're going to have well over 1,000 cheese by the time I finish, because I bought enough ingredients to make 2 more full sets of 99, I think. But also, I've been crafting so many cheese that all my gear is broken, as you can see by all these little red dots up here. My gear is all very much broken, but also all of my gear is like level 10. And as you can tell, I'm not level 10 anymore, I'm level 25 because I've crafted so much cheese. Yeah, we've got enough materials that I can make another 200, almost 200 extra cheese, which, given that they're 3 cheese for every time I make 1 craft, that's an extra 600 cheeses, which will get us to 1,400 and something cheeses. But for now, we will suffice with 883, and we can continue with our story quest, which is right here in the kitchen. So I will hop back over to White Mage with my little shepherd's crook. Factual folklore. You the last responsible for that commotion upstairs? Aye, word travels fast in Whitebrim Front. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drillamont's mind. If there's one thing I've learned about the man in my time here, it's that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Win over the barracks, and he's sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contained no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. Wouldn't be a quality meat, 'tis true, but it'd be a damn sight better than nothing. If you've a mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Danifan Pass? And take the bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin. And we learn how to use key items on enemies, which I already did in my White Mage quests, so no issues there. We also need to get Matilda back out. Come on, Matilda, we've got to go kill a mud puppy. So hopefully, the story we're at the moment is we're working towards going and collecting Sid's airship, the Enterprise. We need to convince Lord Drillamont that we are capable adventurers and not con artists, like the Inquisitor is trying to convince him we are. And hopefully in doing so, he will then let us enter Stone Vigil, which is where we think the Enterprise landed when it crashed during the Calamity. And no one's gone in and checked, basically. So, yeah, that's the aim at the moment, is to get these mud puppy tails to feed the crew, the army, soldiers stationed at White Brim Front, to then get Lord Drillamont to be happy with us. Oh no. You interrupted me using the vinegar. Uh-oh. Use vinegar. There we go. Taking a leaf for it, which is not great. I probably could have used holy instead of it. Yeah, that would have done much better. But then in its weakened state, it's lovely and easy to eat. We steal its tail and then run away back to the White Brim Front. I keep going to call it White Brim Font. And I know it isn't, but I'll keep attempting to say it. Have a little run through the snow back over there. Durandar. A bunch of rats keep appearing behind the carriages. It didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. Nope. Oh dear. Remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Any road, this should only take a moment. I'll just need to do this, and voila! Never seen a man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here and up above. You there, lass. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. Oh. Yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed. As if I have the strength of 10 men, and their wits besides. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. We ought at least receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in the godforsaken waste. There you go. Is that a fresh cooked steak? Alone's blessing be upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. Good. There's one thing I want to do, is provide fresh food. Ever must we train to maintain our skill at arms. Yet never are we to receive proper sustenance. You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Durandar must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. Oh, I need to get back downstairs and talk to the chef, Hostelfon. jump off all the staircases. It feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, eh? Oh, hiccup there, sorry about that. Ah, but I've forgotten about the hard-working chirurgeons at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Mind taking this steak to Sonota? She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. I definitely will do. Treat your chirurgeons and doctors with respect, because they've bloody earned it. Hello, hello, there she is. Beg your pardon, madam, but I am busy attending to this man. I will be with you in a moment. I brought you a steak. Is that... Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. Can I get bread? That's it. How are you doing? Might I have a word with you, Tegan? It concerns the churches. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I required to complete the device are the cores of 3 ice sprites. Although commonly used to reduce the temperatures of alchemical mixtures, there is a way to alter their properties so that they can draw the cold within, rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. And for you, Sid, I will go kill as many ice sprites as you need me to. I mean, we're literally trying to do all of this so that we can get your airship, so if you have another tiny errand for me to run to distract me from getting you to your airship quicker, then that's fine by me. Race of particles now. What do I do now? What am I missing from my hunting? Dragonflies at White Brim. They are around here somewhere. Oh, they're up the hill, aren't they? Let's go kill some dragonflies to make sure I've got my hunting log updated. There's no doubt there will be more enemies in this area to hunt. And if I can get the level ups, all the better. Oh wait, the dragonflies are out the other side of town. That's where they are. I'm forgetting where my enemies are. Ollie! Enemies at me. Race over here and kill all these dragonflies. Quickly fire off those. I can start prepping. Oh, come back. No. I told I couldn't catch up to it. I definitely couldn't catch that dragonfly. Zoom, but it's very difficult to make unlocked. What's on my next level of hunting log? Golden fleeces, they're not in this area. Grenades, hippo surfs are in this area, just out the other side of the village. The rest are all in different... oh, we've got snow wolves in Boulder Downs. And... yeah, the rest are all in different areas. So we've just got the hippo surfs and the white wolves in this area. Easy peasy. But we can get back to our story first. Sort out these alembics for chirurgeons. Chirurgeons? I ended up saying that weirdly. Have you obtained these cores? If so, please show them to me. There we go. Hand them straight across. What an amazing device! But is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen it like before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I have no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is as effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder. Where thee, the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at a cost. Oh, that was Slimy Man. Their earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questionings of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. I hate this Inspector, this Inquisitor. He's not nice. Why did that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Yep, he's going to follow us around and be like, don't trust these people. As opposed to just putting us on trial, which would make much easier. Before we can persuade Lord Drillamon to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guillaume that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Coerthas. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whitebrim Front. Share your findings with Alphino in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. He is ever the strategist. Anyone here? No? No. Downstairs. Hello, Jalot? Inquisitor Guillaume? Yes, of course I know him. I know of him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in the snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveller, I cried out and gave it chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end Inquisitor Guillaume rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope that to one day repay his kindness. Okay, so he appeared mysteriously, potentially luring a man out to get injured, and then rescued the person. Inquisitor Guillaume, I haven't the foggiest of whom you speak, unbeliever. Aye, we have learned of your deeds from Witchdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Wait. You just said you didn't know who he is, then in the same sentence said that you're not going to let us scheme against him. Patrick. Under Inquisitor Guillaume's watchful gaze, I'm not going to try and do a better Patrick impersonation. That is exactly the Patrick Star impersonation I'm going to do. That's exactly what this guy's voice is going to be like. Unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great in his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly righteous man to protect us. I was trying to do a Patrick Star impersonation, and that's what came out, so that's what that guy speaks like. Hopefully I don't have to talk to him again, because I do not know if I will be able to retain that voice at all. The Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Halone's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. But nobody knows about this guy until he turns up and is like, they're liars. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. I realised it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind, as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you've been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I am beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Deegan. Mayhaps they will provide insight into Inquisitor Guillaume's motivations. Yeah, what could be his motivations for stopping us? Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate? Yes, but the main road leads to the southwest gate. Since we've arrived at White Brimfont, I've seen no travellers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Julianaut is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behaviour that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. Yep, We run out the east gate and then off to the north, because the city is that way, apparently, even though it's like up there. Oh, Matilda, let's go look at this chasm. There's a deep chasm. Ooh, go onto the bridge. Oh, and end up falling slightly. Oh, frozen dragon. Of brain, but really, I think I should use brain instead. What's under the snow mound? It's the dead Inquisitor. That doesn't make any sense. We spoke to him like moments ago. Very strange. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guilherme, newly come to Coerthus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of the papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity, or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Tegan, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. We've got to move real quickly. Now let me just really quickly craft a bunch. Sorry, I keep opening and closing my inventory because I was looking for this. Level 40 weapon coffer. No, it's a wand. Don't want it. Since Lord Drillamont has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But one might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses. The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Drillamont with the evidence you discovered, and see if it helps him to recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise, even if it means traumatizing a religious knight. Oh, you have returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? I want to hand you this. And the Inquisitor is an impostor. Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He is a patron of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that is all a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, Then go and speak with Sir Prunilla. She was at the eastern gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. Dead end. Hi, Brunella. You! I do not believe I know you, madam. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know naught of it, naught at all. What? Do you doubt my words? Away with you. I will suffer your slander no more. And the lovely little helpful highlight telling us what we need to do. Shake finger. You know, don't you? No, that's the wrong tone to take that. You know, don't you? Fury take me, I prayed this day would come. When Sir Julian gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall, one of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him. Nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy. But what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family. Secrets I have never told anyone. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Jolanor and I would be spared. But if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Jolanor to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whitebrim Front, Inquisitor Guilherme was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing, seized whilst in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drillamont, wanted to put an end to the madness. But then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, so I did nothing until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest, hidden southeast of Whitebrim Front. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire Locks. Wait, you've been planting them? As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence as a conspiracy against House Halenart, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Alone, forgive me for not acting sooner. Guess we go find this chest. With full of secret rosaries. Another mound of snow. Yep. Suspicious box. Now we report our findings to the captain. There's Knight Paladin, Knight Sir. Oh, he's upstairs. I probably could have ridden Matilda up the stairs, but not anymore. I mean, I still could, but not much point. Villamont, why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you I will not grant you three access to the stone vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. There'd better be a very good explanation for why you were carrying these rosaries. And where did you find this powerful insect? Fury, take me, the Inquisitor is a heretic. Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale. But this evidence and your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Deegan, and for that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. Happily. Will do. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hells take him and his Dravanian allies. I am told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul who he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Tegan. Together, let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. Go, Matilda, off towards the front. Run! Run! I'm running the wrong way. Wrong exit. There we go, this is the right exit. And while I'm here, I will quickly shoot up. Go south. Okay. Oh, I only needed to hunt 2 Hippogriffs, and I did that right then and there. Let's just have a quick run through here. I'm going to adjust myself on the squeaky floorboards. A little bit more squeaky while I keep moving around. Yeah. Crops. Baratine crops. Let's take the 2. Enough that I can stand holy. Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord Drillamont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? I mean, he's just stood there. We're crouching in like full eyesight of him. Ignore the weird squealy noises. I was just opening a new drink. That was noisy. Got to make sure I keep refreshed while doing this. Otherwise my voice will be dead. You needn't tremble, sir, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Halone's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Halone. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drillamont, What is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain! I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Gelaim and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard and to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Shrug. Ah, grave allegations indeed. But you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that to which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Trillamont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those who only sin, was to question your nation's crazed crusade. You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ah, all are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillamont, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. Okay. Okay. Selecting there. Oh. I can level down so I don't have holy. Wormhounds. Drop a few heals on people. You see how this heretic, you and your allies, are no match for the might of Ishgard. How wrong you are, Ishgardians. I have blessed with power far beyond your ken. Come, my brothers, grant me the strength to smite our enemies. Boo. He's a dragon. I am reborn. That's a big old drink. A dragon stands before you, yet still you do not flee. Your magics have no power over me, heretic. Didn't cheese this whole time. And after I made so much cheese. No, no, it cannot be. Why have I been back the whole time? Boris got oh, my night died. I'm alive by beating this guy quickly enough. We started to kill the little enemies, so I wouldn't have done it. He was doomed. We did it! We killed Guilherme! Guilherme? My glamours dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall that many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the deeds will never. But the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, Whitebream front shall fall. Dragons? Defiant to the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves naught better. Double tap. Make sure he's dead. Tegan, I apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should have never been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Brimfront. Pray visit the Waking Sands, and bring your associates. Almost at Stone Vigil. Sebek. A taste of fear. Greetings, Sebek. Oh, it's level 45 on like 10 years holy. Holy! Holy! Unholy! Really good. 47. Time to review. Better. Holy is better as the snail. Going to use it a single time. Oh, more box. Go. The back. 5,300 experience. That's nothing exciting. So there was one little annoying thing with Final Fantasy that happened, which is that I found out that the Christmas event for the winter solstice event is happening or is starting tomorrow. And unfortunately I'm working tomorrow, so I can't be on to do that event. I am, however, not working on Tuesday, and the game has maintenance on that day. So I won't be able to do it then either. Hopefully, at some point, I will be able to do the event, but it may well be when I'm back after I'm having a Christmas break to go and visit family, and so it may well be after that, which will probably be in January. So hopefully I come back quick enough that I can then do the event then. If not, I might just have to do the event not on stream and see how it goes, and then show you the rewards afterwards. Where have you been, Tegan? The false Inquisitor has been slain? Has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can elaborate once we have secured the Enterprise. Perfect Ruda, I know, you mentioned it. As I'm sure you will agree, it is past time that we entered the Stone Vigil. Pray Lord Drillamont a visit and remind him of his obligations to us. Sid and I will follow anon. Oh well, for now. Very, very annoying. Hi, Lord Drillamont. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guilherme would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand. But you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived. To say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the very least I can do, given all that you have done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that the abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we have been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Coerthas, from which they have struck out at us with this depressing regularity. Though we have pursued them back behind the walls, we have yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Drillamont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. Yep. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathalion of your impending visit. May Halone guide you, scions. May Halone guide us all. My classic little spin jump down the stairs. And then we get to ride off in this direction. What was the hunt I hadn't done yet? Hippo stuff's still good. Woman? No. Snow walls. And boulder downs. That's fine. That's off towards more donor, I believe. Virtual mouse mode. I don't want virtual mouse mode. Escaped virtual mouse mode. Hail, Tegan. Lord Drillamont has apprised me of the situation. You may enter the Stone Vigil whensoever you will. Stone Vigil now accessible. Going in very well. Oh, got level 100. I'm helping. I'll heal you. Don't worry, I'll heal you. Don't worry, you're healed. Healthy, healthy. There we go. All healthy. Healthy, healthy, healthy. Now we go into the Stone Vigil. Immediately firing. The joys. And maybe I'll be in with Fox Ferox. But who knows? They seemed like a tank who was waiting outside. Now I know Stone Vigil can be a bit of a tough one, so I'm going to pay more attention to healing than I am to joining in with attacking. I don't believe I can use Holy in here anyway. But I might be able to. Random jump scare attack in the middle of the fly through. Nope, we've got a different tank. Okay. Don't worry, you're alive. I got you. I'll keep you alive. I promise. It went through before when I said it. But yeah, watch how their health just randomly fluctuates all over the place. Luckily I've played enough of this dungeon to know where the random traps are. Just about enough mana and time to drop an arrow on some enemies while keeping our big cat healthy. Don't worry, big cat. I will keep you healthy. We're all good. I'm going to move my mouse again because it's kind of in the way. Move it behind myself. Whoop. Fire. Yeah, kill 3 very useful when people get hit by the fire. There's all my mana. Otherwise all my mana drains. And that's when that's not. No. Copy of the Ars Notoria. Ooh, I got it. Fair enough. Glad he's not doing big falls. It's always scaring me a little bit when I do big falls in this dungeon and you kind of get a bit stuck. Just trying to keep up and then stand healing as quickly as you can, which ends up still not being enough. we got through the part where the dragon's just randomly blasting fire into sections. But it's okay because our tank was right there. all fine. Definitely a close one. Pop a quick res immediately. Still take a lot of damage. I think we saved it. I think we're good. A quick little grovel. I let them down. They died. Uh-oh, they run into the boss fight. And I've got a cutscene to watch and to narrate. Look! It's the Enterprise. Yes, just beyond that enormous sleeping dragon. The dragon is not our concern. We have come for the airship, and only the airship. Sid, you and I will sneak aboard the Enterprise and prepare it for launch. Deacon, you stay here and keep an eye on that beast. If it wakes, we may need you to provide a distraction until we are ready to depart. You can manage that, can't you? Yep. I will stay here and watch the sleeping dragon. That settles it then, shall we, Sid? As you command. Sneak. It's just such casual walk. That's not sneaking. You can't just casually walk past. Huh? Oh. So we meet. Yes, so you mean to slay Garuda next? Interesting. Most interesting. Okay, bye. Wait. You're aware that her strength greatly exceeds that of your previous primal conquests. A testament to your fanatical devotion of her. Testament to the fanatical devotion of her followers. The Ixal are nothing if not zealous. In spite of your past achievements, I labor. Oh, they died. I labor to believe that you will best this foe. Yet only a fool would underestimate the great bringer of light, slayer of Ifrit, bane of Titan. If any mortal is capable of defeating the Lady of the Vortex, it is you. Win or lose, the battle should at least make for an entertaining spectacle. Assuming, of course, you live that long. Are you just jabbing this dragon? Eldritch blast. Alphano, the dragon! Confound it all. But I've got a little bell. Jingle, jingle. Let's see how well your blasphemous gifts serve you this time, Crystal Day. Dragon! You gotta fight a dragon. narrate the cutscene. Ba, 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 ba. Tip top health. Yeah. To the dungeons too. Paladin's Ancient Arms, level 41. And that was Stone Vigil. I got 2 player accommodations as well. Always nice. Oh, sorry. Readjusting myself in my chair. I ended up going off the camera a little bit. I like to be comfy, but it means I have to adjust every so often. Cutscene. Oh. Oh. Floating crystal. Whee. Bonk. Onto my head. I am now a sim. light blue. Yeah. Tegan, Tegan, are you all right? Speak to me. No, yeah, I'm fine. 12 be praised, I had feared the beast had injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of that etheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. I have quite enough to do already, which reminds me, Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let us go and see what he has to say. My little stompy run. Well, how's it looking? What say you, Sid? Will she fly? Yes, though it will not be a pleasant ride. Well, I dare say it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity the Enterprise is not in a better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If all are in agreement, let us return to Gridania. Though I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye, it is plain the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission. Yeah, we've got a little bit to go before Garuda. I'll probably actually be level 50 by then. This is all so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just... it's no use. Don't worry, Sid, you'll get there. Let's go. Whee! Just a massive saw blade crane on the back. Nothing suspicious there. That's definitely not for killing things. It's for tree chopping. That's clearly what it's for. The Enterprise is a tree chopping ship.